Hello, people, and welcome back to Blind Chess, where you watch the nearly blind guy play chess. Whoops. Let's go back. What is going on here? Oh. All right. So I kind of wanted the freak just get. Oh. Was I done with that? Yeah, I was done with that. Oh, anyway. That's all goofed up. Let's listen to Jordan Sather in the background while we play some chess. Here we go. We're sitting at 1564. Looking to rock up to 1600 here. No problemo.
The Democrats, we could say the deep state itself, for potential crimes going back
got this guy
plus years. Now,
looking for an opponent.
This conspiracy RICO case was publicized. It was reported on by John Solomon.
Just had an ultimate cheeseburger at Jack in the Box. Very tasty. Highly recommend just get the ultimate cheeseburger, no ketchup, add extra pickles and extra mustard, and then put some Frank's Red Hot on it. And it's at that point indistinguishable from real food. I mean, it's all right. And then you get the munchie meal with the 2 tacos and the fries. It's not bad.
Deserved our attention, but maybe you could say some of it's a distraction. So
all right, let's play
this. Why this has slipped over a lot of people's radars, but it looks like it's about to blow wide open. So let's dig into this story and then take a look at that grand conspiracy RICO case. So former FBI Director James Comey has been subpoenaed in the wide-ranging grand conspiracy case against the ex-officials who investigated and prosecuted Trump. Quiet Matters. The investigation has produced more than 130 subpoenas since cranking up last year, and it targets top officials who worked under former presidents Obama and Biden. Like I said, this grand conspiracy RICO case goes back quite a while, actually. Now let's get
putting the question to the bishop.
When he first touched on this. Now, John Solomon is a reporter who
we should back it up. Back it up.
As being kind of one of the
back it up, buddy.
Guys that the White
still gonna get me though.
In the intelligence community
and
I could
the take it and
government
just
trust. So they feed him tips. They feed him information that then he reports on to the public, and he's done that for years now, is still doing that. And John Solomon was the one that reported on this FBI opening grand conspiracy probe on weaponization, opening the door to a special prosecutor.
If I take, he retakes, then I play here, and then
very soon. Maybe. So let's take a look at what John Solomon was reporting on here now.
Maybe he plays
real quick here, guys. I've been demonetized by YouTube again. I mean, on my main channel, I've always been demonetized for like 6-7 years. But my backup channel, my Sather Says channel, that just got demonetized like 2 days ago. It's a pain in the ass. So I implore you to go check me out on Patreon and or Locals. And I appreciate any kind of contributions you guys can give to those.
Now, if we go a different way, if I play back here and he plays this, and I play that, then he could play take, and then this,
supplement line, and
attacking my bishop,
my latest updates on these if you ever check Locals or Patreon. But you can set it and forget it. I appreciate you for doing so. I'll leave some links to Locals and Patreon and other ways you can support.
I can't play there, so I'd be stuck.
Note the date. Published July 13th, 2025. So like I said, we've known about this grand conspiracy RICO case for quite a while now. About 8 months.
Let's go this way.
And it basically says F3. The FBI has quietly launched an investigation into a decade of Democratic Party and deep state antics, from Russia collusion to Jack Smith.
You can put pressure.
Opening the door for a special prosecutor. The grand conspiracy case was opened several weeks ago, so maybe late June, early July last year. After
I didn't really think about that.
And it could get a significant boost if Trump were to declassify 2 secret tranches of evidence that identify a potential ignition point into the alleged conspiracy in the summer.
So I got really lucky there.
The first piece of evidence is a classified annex.
Queen H5 looked like a pretty good move.
General probe of Hillary Clinton's improper email server sought by Chuck Grassley. That annex to show the credible information about possible wrongdoing was intentionally ignored by the FBI. That was whose FBI? James Comey's FBI, who has now been subpoenaed by this grand jury. And the second tranche of evidence was identified by former Russiagate Special Counsel John Durham in his final report. The evidence was dubbed in the report as the Clinton Plan Intelligence. And that was placed in a classified annex kept from the American public and even many members of Congress. These have been declassified.
So I'm looking at this. I'm looking at
understanding.
This.
And they were declassified last July, August-ish. So there has been. The thing is, again, there's been a lot of stuff going on under the wings, going on while we're all distracted with crap in the media and clickbait on social media. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of declassifications. Declassifications about Russiagate. Declassifications about
I could play
fraud.
that.
Just a couple of weeks after John Solomon made public that grand conspiracy / RICO, I'm calling it RICO Grand case. There was a declassification about the manufactured Russia hoax by Tulsi Gabbard at the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. Declassified HPSCI report on the manufactured Russia hoax.
Cool.
Download the report here. Let's take a look at it.
Pawn E4.
Approved for release by Tulsi Gabbard at the DNI on 22nd July 2025.
No, this is going to be hanging.
So about a week and a half after John Solomon
told the
world about the grand
Okay, cool.
And here's our intelligence community assessment. Russia's influence campaign targeting the 2016 presidential election, which of course was not Russia. It's a bunch of fake Russia hoax, right? And in this ODNI report, it basically said that Obama knew. And there was a lot of reporting on this about back in July about Obama very well knowing. Mainstream media freaked out about this. Trump spy chief claims the Obama administration manufactured intel on Russia. There you go, July 21st, 2025.
Thinking about going queenside.
Media freak out.
Pawn H4.
Trying to shield Obama. Trying to say, oh, this is a crazy conspiracy theory.
Let's
just do it.
Because of this declassification, which happened just a few weeks after that grand conspiracy RICO case was opened, right? And there's been other declassifications.
Should have played my knight first.
Over the months. A lot of it coming from Tulsi. Also regarding rigging the 2020 election, China being involved, John Solomon again. John Solomon being our point man here, reporting on a lot of this. Reveals that DNI Tulsi Gabbard and FBI to release explosive declassified docs proving foreign election interference and secret U.S. surveillance program triggered by speech delimiters. March, this is just last week, March 11th. There's been a lot of declass. And singularly, each report or each document declassified doesn't look like much, but when you get a lot of them and you put the picture together, it is a leading to
Bishop captures C6.
Grand conspiracy probe.
Pawn captures
now
C6.
let's take a look at what this grand conspiracy probe is taking a look at. John Solomon writes
I got a problem here.
That this conspiracy case,
but then again,
Pawn D4.
which include
Pawn D4. Yeah.
Hillary Clinton and her email servers.
Pawn captures D3.
They tried to claim those got hacked, right? I bet you $1 billion those didn't get hacked. I bet you Hillary Clinton was selling that information.
Let's open it up a bit here.
Get hacked. So then it would give her plausible deniability to say, "Oh, I didn't know it just got hacked. Somehow they found this stuff." Nah, I bet she was selling it. Other things: refusing to pursue foreign intelligence about possible wrongdoing in the email case. Failing to investigate the August 2020 intelligence that China was trying to hijack the 2020 election by creating fake driver's licenses to help Biden win. A Biden campaign-inspired effort to portray Hunter Biden's damning laptop as Russia disinformation, right? The 52 intelligence officials call it Russia disinformation crap. That was then used to censor a bunch of people on the internet like me. Obstructing IRS and FBI investigators in their early efforts to probe Hunter Biden's gun and tax crimes. concealing Joe Biden's apparent mental decline ahead of the 2024 election.
That's hanging.
And more. That's
but it's
not
going
all.
places.
That's just what it includes. So this goes back 10 years. We're going back to Russia hoax days. 2015, 2016. And, mind you, in a case like this, I do not believe statutes of limitations really apply. I don't believe statutes of limitations apply. Because when you get a RICO case, from my understanding, you can fact check me, you can grok this, there are no statutes of limitations for conspiracy. So
stepped into that one, didn't he? There, stepped right in, stepped right up.
All of this into one
into that pin,
RICO
sir.
brand case, which is the smart thing to do. Instead of trying to sue each one or investigate each one, just rope it all into one thing. And this is why it takes. This is why we've had to be patient. Let's just say that. This is why we have had to and have to be patient, because it is huge what they're trying to do here. Now, just a few weeks after John Solomon reported on this grand conspiracy probe, boom. And actually, the day after Tulsi Gabbard declassified this Russia hoax report, literally the day after,
Pawn
the
capture
Department
C4.
of Justice announces the formation of a strike force to assess evidence publicized by ODNI. This department takes alleged weaponization of the intelligence community super serious. And they opened up, I guess, their own investigation team, strike force, to assess the evidence. Now, as a part of this grand conspiracy RICO Grand case, remember, this was opened, John Solomon said a couple weeks ago, as of July 13th, 2025, so it's probably late June, early July 2025. A grand jury was finally impaneled regarding it January 12th, 2026, about 2 months ago.
King captures B2.
So, that grand jury was impaneled in the Southern District of Florida, which is Judge Aileen Cannon's district. Now, you might remember, over the past couple of months, John Brennan has been making a big
better
fuss
go there,
because there
otherwise
were
I think he's in some trouble.
John Brennan was being
because I'm gonna go here,
part of a grand jury
threatening Queen A3 invasion.
And this same grand jury has now subpoenaed James Comey. So John Brennan in the crosshairs, James Comey in the crosshairs. That is this grand jury, Judge Aileen Cannon's district, which Trump appointee. When did Trump appoint Judge Aileen Cannon? Let's take a look at that. Judge Aileen Cannon is an American lawyer and jurist serving as the district judge in the Southern District of Florida. Assumed office. Would you look at that? November 13th, 2020. She's been in there for a little bit. And now she is, a very strategic placement, because this important.
Very nice.
And it's Trump's
Borat like,
I believe. So, the Jack Smith nonsense targeting Mar-a-Lago. She was a perfect person to put in there.
What's he gonna do?
As if Trump knew they were going to target him during the Biden years, and have her sort of
sneaky
protect justice. I'm not going to say protect Trump. I'm going to say protect fairness, protect justice from the weaponization.
Rook B8 check.
Judge Aileen Cannon oversaw the federal criminal case against Trump. Many legal experts criticized Judge Aileen Cannon. Blah, 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 blah. She's the one that dismissed the whole special counsel Jack Smith case.
Bishop A3.
And now she is the one, I suppose, that will be presiding. When the grand jury gets finished, she'll be the one presiding
King D6
over it. So there you go. It's kind of the backstory of all of what's going on with this federal grand jury. Began January 12th in super secret. Slipped under a lot of people's radars, but John Solomon's been reporting on it. Catherine Herridge as well. She's another great person to follow. A lot of signal coming from her, as well as signal coming from John Solomon. So there are still a few honest journalists out there. A few.
Oh man, I'm so stupid.
Far between. They're
so stupid.
So
Knight D7 check.
I'm history.
King
One
F4.
more thing on this grand jury.
Captures
right?
B8.
Let's talk Epstein. Let's bring Epstein into this
Knight
because I think it's
captures
quite
B8.
possible that
Oh, rook.
this
Okay,
grand
I'm
jury,
history.
this whole Rico Grand case
Bomb
might
air.
even be looking at some
What did I do
Epstein-related
wrong?
matters.
Got a little saucy with my king. All right, let's
take a
review.
look at
That was
something
terrible.
that Technofog, another great journalist, Technofog, reported on after
B3.
Ghislaine Maxwell was sentenced
Bishop
to
B2.
20 years in prison. Now, this was
Pawn
a couple of years
C5.
ago.
Pawn
But after
E3.
Ghislaine Maxwell was
This is
sentenced to 20
good.
years in
Knight
prison, this is a
Knight
screenshot
F3.
from the
Queen
filings
D6.
in
Nothing
Ghislaine
wrong with
Maxwell's
that.
case.
Bishop B5.
After, as Technofog writes,
What about this?
after Maxwell was
Pawn
charged,
F6.
there was another ongoing grand
No.
jury investigation into other possible
Bishop
co-conspirators
B5.
of Jeffrey Epstein. That investigation
What
has
I
not been
play?
made public.
Bishop G4.
Let's
No.
read from
What does the computer
The,
say?
uh,
Gotta
byline.
zoom.
Ghislaine
A6,
Maxwell's
knight
case.
F6, A6, knight
as the
F6,
U.S.
B,
Attorney's Office
BD7,
for the Southern District
Bishop
of New York
D7,
has stated publicly the investigation into the conduct of the defendant in this case
A6,
and
knight
other possible
F6. Let's
co-conspirators
choose knight
of Jeffrey
F6.
Epstein
What's the
remains
deal? What the
active.
deal,
Knight
yo?
F6.
The full scope and details of that investigation, however,
Castle.
have not been made public. Another thing people are completely missing. Be careful
Castle's
of all that
kingside.
social media noise.
He castled
a
queenside
lot
though,
of those
so
influencers.
now
don't do
Bishop
their due
G4.
diligence. They don't really know jack
What
shit,
about
and they just
if
say the
he
correct thing,
goes
like
here?
NPCs.
Knight
And they want to
C3.
act
What
like they're
then?
such good truth seekers
E5.
and such great super smart conspiracy theorists.
Ooh,
But
sneaky.
they're really not.
Pawn E5.
There could very well be another grand jury still active looking into Epstein's co-conspirators. And it could be such that this grand jury
Interesting. I like
be.
that. Let's.
Same one
I want to
as this
see.
Queen D6. Bishop
and it
G4.
could be such
What is this?
Pawn
that grand
H3.
jury
So that's a bad move.
Bishop captures
That move to
F3.
Florida.
Not a bad move, but yeah.
Pawn H3.
It's,
also
you
mind
know.
you the grand jury
So Bishop
happening
G4
right
is just
now
a bummer.
in
Did I just stay in that kind of hot water
Bishop
the whole time?
captures F3.
Southern District of New York,
Queen
the
captures
one that
F3.
just
Not
subpoenaed
great.
subpoenaed
Pawn E5.
Comey.
See
Knight
what he
C3.
should have done
Look
here
at
is
the
Queen
United
H5.
States
I knew it.
Attorney.
See, this was a good one because there's
Queen
no
H5.
no can
Jason
defend.
Quinones.
Who else can I
He's
bring?
the
This
US
guy's
attorney out of
dead.
the Southern District of Florida.
You know.
His name is on
So
this
really,
paper
that's
about the
this
empanelment
bishop
of the
here on
federal
B5
grand
is an
juries.
attacker of the E5 pawn.
Empanelment
So
that
he's got
started-
1, 2,
was
3
empaneled last
attackers
September. It
essentially, and I
started
only got
2
2
months ago in
defenders
January.
because he's
The one
eliminating this.
handling this
He's
great
counteracting that
conspiracy
defender,
Rico Grant
therefore
case,
he's
right?
an indirect attacker. Is
Here's a little article about
one way you
dozens
can
of
add it
South
up
Florida
simply.
prosecutors reviewing the Epstein
And
files.
so yeah, you gotta play
Filing
E4.
review.
This is terrible.
Remember when the whole
Terrible,
Epstein
terrible,
files
terrible.
transparency
Okay,
Act
so
got
let's
signed?
just play another. I think I
Bonnie
can
and the
do
Department of Justice
better.
had to pull
Well,
hundreds
actually, I want
of
to see one
lawyers
more
to
thing.
review the files
Let's
to,
go back.
Bishop
redact
captures
Let's take,
F3.
witnesses
He
Pawn
goes
H3.
there.
all that.
Now I get the knight
Queen
Leave them
captures
okay
F6.
to release
F3.
publicly.
97.
Um,
That looks
E5.
good too. That's
Knight
better.
C3.
97's
This?
way better. So,
Initially, Justice Department attorneys in D.C.
because it also
and in New
wouldn't
York
have
reviewing
this
the files,
problem.
Bondi told a judge in
97,
December.
you know,
Since then,
gets out of the way of the
dozens
G pawn
lawyers
coming
from the
downhill.
Miami-based U.S. Attorney's Office in
Um,
the Southern District of Florida, where Epstein was investigated in the mid-2000s, had started reviewing files as well. Wonder why? Southern District of Florida.
97. Well,
Interesting.
let's see how bad I
Bondi said
play.
these
If
attorneys
If it's just
are
that
being
one
pulled from
move or
Florida's
one
Office
Pawn
idea.
G4.
Criminal and National
Bishop
Security
E7.
Divisions.
Oh my God.
Wonder why?
Pawn G5.
Former prosecutors
Pawn
of the
E4.
office believe it has become
Queen
increasingly
G2.
politicized under
Knight
U.S.
D7.
Attorney Jason
Pawn H4.
Redding Quinones.
Castle's queenside. Knight D E5.
That's just projection.
That's just not a good
it's
move.
Not really becoming politicized.
But does he give
not
me-
as politicized
Bishop
as the
captures
frickin'
C6. Pawn captures
attorneys'
C6.
offices were under Obama and
Pawn
Biden,
D4.
right?
Pawn captures D3.
Huh. Jason
Pawn
Quinones
D4.
C takes D4,
Jason
rook takes D4,
Quinones'
queen
office
C7.
was reviewing all
C
these
takes
Epstein
D4.
files, right? And
E
now,
takes D3
Jason
is not that
Quinones,
great.
His name is on
Pawn
the
captures
documents
D3.
of the impaneling of this
Pawn
federal
captures
grand jury.
D3.
Taking a look
Queen
at
G6.
this grand conspiracy probe.
Not
That's
terrible.
something. So that's just a little connect
King C2.
Got him thinking there. No, does he want me to play this pawn? Yes, he does. Now we've equalized, so we managed to get an equal position.
Assuming they are, saying as if they know for a fact
captures
nothing's
C4.
ever going to be done about Epstein co-conspirators.
D takes C4. Oh, see, I thought that hung my pawn, but my queen's on it.
When shit starts hitting.
So yeah. Oh man.
Nice. It'll be nice for him.
Man, so, oh man. So that's where.
There you go. That's our report.
That's where I went wrong.
James
so here is good. That's just good.
Pawn captures C4.
So because I'm blind, I have to remember when I'm looking at this and I see that, I literally can't see any of this part of the board. I can only see about that much of the board at a time. So I'm like, oh, I can see this. Now I can see this. Now I can see this. Now I can see that. So I can only see like a quadrant at a time. And even then, only if I'm up very close. So it makes it, it's a little brutal.
We might even get some indictments.
We're going to get some indictments.
We might get some
bad people doing bad things. Must stop. Got to stand up to the bullies, people. Do we get this guy?
As usual, we got lots of insanity for you in this video, my friends.
What do we got? Yeah, we got the backup on. Okay, cool. Let's listen to Tony. He's fun.
Going on in the world.
We're gonna rock another game. That was pathetic. Time to win.
Keeps going and getting more.
Feel like I learned something there, though. Learned something every time.
Rocking. In again. We got a ton of other stuff going on. Peter Thiel giving seminars near the Vatican, kind of apparently not making the Vatican very happy. We got the Church of the Holy Sepulchre closed down first time ever.
The Holy Sepulchre.
And we got a ton of other stuff. We're going to get into a million things, all right? And it's all very bizarre.
Did he say sepulchre?
Some of the stuff that's coming out. Because it definitely makes it very clear
we're getting a guy. We're getting an incoming opponent here in a minute.
This is what seems to be happening. Let's get going here. Let's start with Jimmy Kimmel.
Going here. Jimmy Kimmel.
Calls the United States a ridiculous country. Let's play this really quick here.
Why are these guys so butthurt? Like, come on. They're such elitist bastards. They're like, Trump can't be president. Like, it's entertaining as hell. Everybody in the politics, all the bad evil politicians we've lived under our whole lives, every single one of them hates the guy. Obama, Bush, doesn't matter. Clinton, all the rhino Republicans, they all hate Trump, dude, because both sides are fake. We've been saying that. It's two-party theater. Trump doesn't play the two-party theater. Both parties hate him. The people love him, but the parties, both of them hate him. The leadership of the parties hate Trump. That's why I'm for Trump. If they don't like him, either they're playing a big trick, which I don't think they are. Epstein would be alive and free if it weren't for Trump being president. If Trump doesn't become president, Epstein is still out there doing his thing. And that's just a litmus test. That's just an indicator of what's going on. I need to pick up some time here. Come on. Come on, mister.
Knight C6.
That's kind of weird.
He's come out with the open. This is called the open Sicilian, for those who are unaware. This is probably the best way. A lot of grandmasters do this. A lot of grandmasters do different stuff. Ben Feingold has always said, don't play the open Sicilian, which I don't know why he said that. The open Sicilian is good.
They got lots of options available. Go check it out.
If he's going to do that, let's go with the bind. I'm addicted to the Marozzi bind. I don't know why. But I guess I should take it on a case-by-case basis. Looks like he doesn't know what...
Bishop D7.
Bishop D7.
Cuba just lost their power. We have a lot of talks about Armageddon, World War III, and actually it ties into both. Honestly, all three major Abrahamic religions
Bishop E2.
are all looking forward to something happening right now. Matter of fact, they have rabbis saying it's going to happen in the next so many days.
Bishop E3.
That their Messiah is going to come.
Bishop G7.
You got people from Islam saying similar type of things about the Mahdi.
Castle's kingside.
And what's really interesting is things are not coming true like they want, and it's really weird how it's playing out. So we're going to get into all that. And I mean, just think about how weird this time is. You got billionaire Peter Thiel holds secret Antichrist meetings on the Vatican's doorstep. Okay, what the hell's going on? You remember he had all those seminars on the Antichrist, and he's like, no, we should not make laws to regulate AI because that will bring about the Antichrist. And literally the opposite of what you would expect. I'm thinking we would have Terminator 2 if you have no regulations on AI and let Peter Thiel do whatever he wants, right? Whatever the hell he wants. Some are saying this guy is part of it.
This is good because
Han A6.
Yeah, defends my knight.
Claims to be a Christian.
Boom, boom, boom.
Doesn't really look like one though. Not with the stuff he does. Not with the stuff he says. Not some of the meetings he goes to. Builder, of course, Berg meetings, and not really a Christian. I don't think I see Jesus going there for some reason. I don't know. Speaking of Jesus, you have the first time ever holy sites being closed due to this alleged war issue, Iran war. I mean, okay, I don't really believe it, but first time ever.
Okay, I'm looking at E5. If I played, yeah, okay, whatever. Here we go.
Bishop captures D4.
This is nothing. I mean, this is good for white. That's not a good trade for black. It's not a bad trade, but it's just not a good trade. It solves the bishop thing a bit. I'm coming with G4 and G5.
After all, of course, closure. Isn't this the time when they get the flame miraculously from the Church of the Holy Sepulchre? And then they light the candles and spread it around the world. I've covered that before. The miraculous event that happens during this time. Interesting. Hopefully that is somehow still allowed.
Cool. I like this.
I don't know exactly when that's supposed to happen. But it seems like they're trying to stop people from going to this Church of the Holy Sepulchre, claiming for security.
What about
reasons.
Queen to D3?
And at the exact same time, they have their rabbis saying that something is going to happen real quick here. And I'll get into that a little bit later in this video. So this is really kind of curious.
Okay, Queen D3 lines up, would line up these guys to this potential threat.
That in a minute as well. But we have here
but I hold it.
Bowler and Paula White's clash over faith
you have to
and
take,
leadership.
Whoops.
Paula White's a joke, dude.
Take there.
Bowler
I
was
also have this
removed from
open
the Justice
file,
Department's Religious Liberty Commission last year after
Ooh,
a heated
okay.
hearing accusing Paula White of being a heretic.
Let's go like this.
Prioritizes Israel, helps orchestrate her ouster. So apparently Paula White's is the one who got her kicked out.
I need to see that pawn.
Right
I thought,
she
okay.
went on the Tuckmeister show and stuff.
Well, that's
this is Paula White right here. She's kind of ridiculous, honestly, really bad. Just terrible.
See, if I take, I can't.
Wrong in a church. Okay, that's who
he
she
pins
is,
me.
pretty much. Okay, bad doctrine all through and through. Maybe not as bad as someone like I'm trying to think of his name. I can't think of his name. Kenneth Copeland. Not as bad as Kenneth Copeland. Okay, that's about as bad as it gets right there, though. But so then you got, like I said, you got billionaire Peter Thiel. Do I have this twice on here? I think I got it twice. Yeah, I do. I accidentally got it twice. Okay, here we go. Let's just get into the next thing. So we have this weird prophecy. Antichrist announced
B5.
this Thursday. Rabbi Baruch Rosenblum says Jews are expecting the announcement of the Jewish Moshiach, which means actually Messiah, this Thursday, and it'll be blasted all over the radio. He says he has called Trump to tell him to finish off.
Pretty easy choice there.
By this Thursday. This is weird.
Han captures B5.
Okay, we're having a lot of these people come out with prophecies. Okay, this guy right here. Okay, maybe I'll play this in a second here. But we have all these different sort of prophetic voices in Judaism saying that the Messiah is going to be announced this Thursday. And today is Thursday, so that would be today. And what's so bizarre about this is, of course, they've also.
So I'm debating, like, I want to put a rook on D1, but should I leave this long term
like as if he's going to be
to threaten potentialities right there?
This is in their religious dogma of Judaism.
So which rook do I want to do?
Not their dogma, but more so their.
Because then do I want to leave this rook, my queen rook, to challenge the C file?
Some are saying that Bibi is dead. I don't know if he is or not, but he did a conference today, but then something went wrong again. We had 5 AI videos.
But my bishop isn't going anywhere for a while.
It's extremely clear.
So let's go this rook. No, what the fuck?
That was the one with
pardon my French, but misclicking city there. What am I doing? That's like the worst thing I could have done. Not the worst thing, but it's no bueno. Dang,
I don't even want to go through them all. There's like 50 different.
Actually, it does threaten to win the pawn. So mistakes of a genius are the portals to discovery. Not that I'm a genius, but I do all right. I'm actually a stable genius.
It's kind of like the whole Jim Carrey thing.
So I'm not a super genius, but I'm also not. That was so lame.
And it's not me just seeing things. This is just straight up obvious. Okay, so. Something clearly is not right. Why would they put out all these fake videos claiming he's still alive? Is it because of their whole prophecy that, oh, he must be alive for when the Messiah is announced Thursday? I don't know. Who knows, right? But let's just play this video. So I just find this really curious, this whole topic at this point. Let's pull this back and play this.
If he plays here, I can't take because of that. Okay, cool. Now let's do this.
It's gonna say, the radio is gonna blast out saying, Kol Yisrael from Jerusalem. In 5 minutes, you're gonna hear a warning.
Rook C6.
Cool.
The Mashiach has arrived. Why do I think it's gonna be on this Thursday? Because it says that the first Chodesh, the first month, is Nisan, for all the year. When will Mashiach come? Our rabbis teach us.
Queen B5.
It's going to come on the first day of Nisan, this Thursday. Mashiach will come, as it says in the verse.
Rook FC8. Queen captures B4.
Why does he come on the first
Am I okay here? There's no pawn there, is there? Okay, good.
The head of a
Let's kind of highlight some stuff because I can't see these.
Finish? What part of the war do we still need to finish until?
Oh my God!
So, look,
I gotta close my eyes too. Is he moved? No. See, okay, that's good.
First time.
So
ever.
Rook C4.
Right. But doesn't that just give up this?
I think it might have some.
Come on, where? Oh, there it is. Okay, what about this? I gotta go, right? Yeah, let's just do it. I'm clear? Clear.
Queen captures D6.
Khamenei number 1, Khamenei number 2, Khamenei number 3.
Rook captures D6.
Tachukai number 4.
Pawn captures F4.
It just keeps going and going. He keeps talking about this. Now, obviously, they don't believe Jesus is the Messiah. At least these guys don't, right? There are Messianic Jews. These guys are clearly not. They're expecting a different Messiah. And then they don't want you to go to Jesus's
Bishop
Holy
captures
Sepulchre
F4.
during this time. Kind of makes sense.
Knight captures E4.
Oh, I think it's just the Iran war, really. Then why didn't they ever do this ever in the past? Ever. They've been in a few wars. It's not like this is the first time.
Stop it. So I want to go here. Can I go here?
So, to me,
it
seems like...
Pardon my French, but okay, boom.
Like to me
is there any action he can get on this? Do not until I go pow, and then zippity doodah. I think I gotta do that.
Rook
on the
AD1.
religion. This is just my guess.
Because this
we've had weird stuff
counteracts
going on with
that,
the
which
military. I told you guys about
my back rank attack. Because then I also got that coming up next.
And,
after take, he would have to go take.
Which is really
hey,
strange.
he would have to go.
Really strange.
Take.
Bibi
Knight captures D6.
apparently
My rook just hanging.
broke character in front of the
What did he
world
take?
after today's
Did he take my rook?
speech. So again, like I don't want to have to rehash all this. Just check out my other videos.
I didn't see that.
Went through every single one of
That's
them.
bad news.
It is very obviously AI on every single video they put out.
I'm toast.
Every single video.
Okay, I kind of collapsed there, but this is horrible. This is hanging the whole time too. I better just resign. It's so bad for me. There's nothing. There's just nothing to do without that. It was sharp. So yeah, that was horrible. All right, let's review, and then let's go back to basics, and I will keep track of my rooks.
And you can see the shoes are all messed up.
Dang.
They don't look right at all.
Is that because of my not being able to see in my eyes, or am I seeing it enough in my eyes but not seeing it enough in my brain? I don't know. I'm not seeing it enough in my eyes. But I should be able to see that in my brain. Like I feel like
Knight captures D4.
even if I couldn't see the board, I gotta see that threat.
Pawn C4.
Then why are they
Knight
putting out all these
F6.
fake videos? That's the question, right?
Knight
Then there's
C3.
a official conference.
Bishop
where you
D7.
All this
literally
is
got
well and
people
good.
from
Then what
Bishop
about?
E2.
This one appears to be
Pawn
real.
G6.
It just came out, but it appears not
Bishop
to be
E3.
him. So
Bishop
that's what this
G7.
one is.
Castles
And
kingside.
The reason why is because he goes out of
Pawn
character
H3.
afterwards, and this is the part where he
Rook
goes out of
C8.
character apparently.
Castles
And they try to
kingside.
move
Knight
him off the
C2,
stage,
Rook E1,
so
H3,
the guy playing
H3,
him didn't
do
realize
do
the
do.
camera was still
There's
going.
almost no
He
difference.
just broke
So let's just
character.
do that
Pawn
one.
H3.
His team notices it's still
Rook
alive and
C8.
rushes him off.
What does he want here? Queen
So,
D2?
let's just play this real quick.
That's what I play. Knight takes D4,
Pawn
Thank you,
A6.
everyone.
pawn A6, knight F3. So knight. So
הצפון עומדים כרגע במעמסה הקשה, כל אזרחי ישראל עומדים במעמסה קשה,
Pawn
אבל הם
F4.
עומדים במעמסה
this is
קשה
not
במיוחד,
great, but it's
משום
okay.
שזמן
So
ההתרעה שלנו
let's
הכי קצר.
not do that.
Pawn A6.
מתכוונים
Let's
לעזור
not do
להם
that.
בכל דרך, אבל בסוף העזרה הכי גדולה זה להרחיק ולהסיר את האיום, ואנחנו לא נוותר על זה.
Thank you so much.
ואנחנו לא
We're
נוותר
going to
על
be
זה.
concluding now. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. Thank you.
So of course,
I gotta. So this is what I gotta remember. I do all that, and then I go knight C2. That's strong because I could even defend my pawn more if he goes here or here.
or not, but then we learn that during this
Which is cool because then I can keep my knight solidly defended because there's some serious action focusing through all of this on that C pawn. That's what when you get this, dragon style, which is basically, you could say it's a fianchettoed
virtual press conference.
Sicilian is like the dragon.
And also now there's
So
another clip
yeah,
going
all right.
viral.
Blah blah blah. Knight
I
A5,
don't know.
B3.
This
Okay,
might
so
have been
let's
years
take
ago.
this a
I'm
little
not sure when
further.
this clip
Knight
was
Let's
B1.
look at this. He's saying
But it
B3 is
says
good.
here, and apparently he was quoting
Knight
a
A3.
man
No,
named
see.
Durant, who's a
Better.
Christian,
Knight A3. Yeah.
But the
That's the whole
quote is
point.
Knight
that,
A3.
I don't care.
So then what?
It says
Bishop
in the- he was
E6
quoting someone, and it says,
is a good
Jesus
call.
Christ
Let's
has
look at
no
that.
advantage over Genghis
What we
Khan
do here.
Bishop
because
E6.
if
Now
you're
we
strong
play
enough, ruthless
B3.
enough, powerful
Yep.
enough, evil will overcome good.
Pawn
And he
B3.
quotes this. This is not accurate.
Okay.
Now, Robbie Starbuck's correct. This is definitely not accurate at all.
All right.
The
We need to
fact
keep
is,
our F pawn at home.
If you look at
Okay.
the Old Testament alone,
Against
you can
weak
see
players,
this is not
sometimes
true.
you can get
got
this
David
whole
versus Goliath.
Jamalama
Much
here
stronger,
and just get
much
this
more
file
ruthless,
open
much
for
more
your
powerful,
rook.
completely defeated by David.
You know,
You have
and
numerous
then
other
bring your
stories
other
in the Old
rook over to
Testament.
this file.
Yeah, when they went through after they crossed
Anyway,
the Red Sea,
all right. How bad am I
the
doing?
spies went into the
1548.
land,
I'm
and they
down
said,
a
"We've
lot.
got
Let's see if we can
grasshoppers,"
redeem
meaning
this.
they're very small compared
Let's
to
go,
these
go, go,
giant,
go, go,
strong
go, go.
people
Boom.
in the land.
Time to play.
And that didn't stop them from getting in there either. So
Time
the
to
entire
drive.
story of Israel is the opposite
Let's
of
get this
the
going on.
literally. On top of Jesus being the Son of God, and he could basically handle anything anyways. But then we got this story. This is kind of interesting. We have a man.
Is it me?
Just
Nope.
like
Okay.
Jeffrey
Sorry, I was taking a drink
Epstein,
break.
Right? And he was driving.
Jeffrey Epstein on the loose.
Let me pull this back to the
He's
right
like the new
place. I had
Elvis.
something else
He's
up. All right, here we go. So he's now on a
that's funny
podcast
and
talking, and
more
this
ways
is kind
than
of
one.
amazing when you learn that this man lived in the
Pawn
exact
E4.
same city and everything. Check this out.
I mean, heck,
It's
100 years
exactly
ago,
like Jeffrey.
people
Knight
were
F3.
dirtier than they are now.
Knight C6.
What we did with the
It's all, or
American
as
issue,
dirty.
we searched,
Knight
we
F6.
asked around,
Politicians are just dirty. It's not even people. It's
captures D4.
and like look how badly they have us brainwashed.
He's not Epstein.
Knight captures
Okay.
Or
E4.
population.
He's a former
Rookie
D1 tennis
one.
player, a
Pawn
gold
D5.
medalist, a Soho
Bishop
fashion
captures
entrepreneur,
D5.
our former real
Queen
estate
captures
executive,
D5.
and
Knight
today
C3.
we can finally
Queen
put the
A5.
rumors to rest.
Knight
We got
captures
Palm
E4.
Beach Pete
Bishop
in the building.
E6.
How you doing? How
Palm
you
Beach,
doing?
Pete is doing just great. This whole thing is a phenomenal. I'm driving down I-95, minding my own business, and some knucklehead films me, and the next thing I know, my phone is blowing up.
It's just blowing up.
Blown up.
I'm gonna be
Out of
honest.
control.
I don't think Epstein killed himself, so I'm kind of skeptical. You guys are both from
Knight
West Palm Beach.
E5.
You guys are both Jewish, so I'm kind of skeptical about everything. But I'll let you guys continue.
Palm Beach,
Man.
Pete is Palm
Castles
Beach.
Queen.
That's an important little detail there. I mean,
Knight
he's from
captures E6.
West Palm
Yikes.
Beach, right? Looks exactly the same, of course.
Pawn
Different
captures
voice.
E6.
Kind of weird. You got
Rook
a guy
captures E6.
who's rich. Two guys
Queen
that are rich.
F5.
Both of them from West Palm, or from Palm Beach. Both in Florida. Look almost the exact same. I mean, he literally
Rook
looks
E1.
the same as him.
Nice.
What the hell's going on here? Of course, not exactly a perfect. I don't know. Maybe it's not a perfect exact look.
Bishop
It's
D6.
kind of hard to tell, right? Like it looks a little different, very little.
I think coming back
Looks
is
like he
pretty
could be
weak.
for other-
It's okay,
way
but
less
I'm gonna line
for
up
other
like
men.
this to rook to f8, queen to h4, lining up on this square,
Queen D3.
queen d3.
It just seems like very improbable.
He wants
that
to
you
trade
have
queens
two
like
rich
that?
Guys that look the exact same, living in the exact
Nah, I
same
think I play
city.
queen h4.
Kind of weird. You know what I mean? Kind of weird. I guess it's theoretically. Maybe it's just long lost.
I definitely don't want to
H5,
trade
who
queens
knows?
like that.
I don't know. You get the idea, right? So
Bear-
you
bo-
got that. So
Putting the
great.
best
And we got a ton
blockader
of other
on
ones.
my
Here's what else
my
referred to
isolated
by the
pawn.
feet. You can see the
My
feet
pawn's not
completely
technically
wrong.
isolated, but it's
Here,
effectively
this.
isolated, practically
Very strange.
speaking.
Bishop D2.
That was part of the
Okay.
video I was just talking
Now
about a
we're
minute ago.
by making
zoom
this
in on
move,
it.
we're
Rook
threatening
H8.
all
Now,
kinds
like
of
I said, I'm not trying to
havoc.
get all
Pawn
this, but the point
H3.
is that look,
Okay.
they have a prophecy. As a matter of fact, he even
I could
mentions it
still.
on his channel.
What about take
He himself
here?
mentions it. It was like the first AI video that came out.
Well, you could
actually.
take it with the
Where's that at?
queen.
I think it's this one right here.
That's no good.
And we got some other stuff. We're going to get into a ton of stuff. We're getting into a lot more. But he put out something about the Messiah here. I think it was this video. It was
I
the
can play
first one that
this,
was AI.
people.
I think it was that one.
I could play
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was
this.
that one. And it was on the 13th. Okay, so
If he
getting into some of these
takes,
other things. All right, let's get.
I
go ahead
take.
here. So
If he
apparently,
takes here, that's
there
no
was a
good because
viral
my
tweet
knight
that went
would
out.
then go
This is
check,
actually not
and then my bishop will go
entirely accurate,
check,
but it is
and
accurate. I'll explain it. So
for two pieces
Israel's
I
trying
get
to
his
pass
queen
a law right now that makes it, of course,
for two
illegal
minors,
to
bishop
talk
and a knight.
about Jesus. Now, this is actually something that they were trying to pass in 2023, but they've actually.
Never
been
mind, I
trying to
forgot
pass
about
it
that guy. I
forever.
can't see that
It's
guy
not-
until I look up to that part
it's
of the
certain
board.
people within the
So I
DMV,
can't do
not
that,
everyone.
but
There's
it's a
certain
good
people trying
thought.
to always
What else
pass
can I
this.
do here?
Okay, and it's actually they've been trying to pass it since the 90s. I saw one back in 1997 they were trying to pass. Same exact thing. So there are people in their government that literally want to ban it. So you can't even talk about him at all. And they just, like I said,
On
closed the Church of the
H6.
Holy
Let's take
Sepulchre.
this square away
But so
he
then
can't bother me.
what I noticed about X is they tend to be
My threats are
slanting
good.
they have
They're
a
just
slant,
latent.
Okay, the AI whatever.
This also allows me to
controls their,
play
like, headlines
G5
on
and
X.
4.
It's not
King
a human.
H1.
I think it's AI,
Definitely playing that
if I
now.
understand correctly. Is
Pawn
like
G5.
always pushing
Knight
certain
captures D4.
directions.
Okay.
And so they were saying, look, this is an old Newsmax clip from 2023. This is not real. It's not happening. But actually, technically,
Pawn G4.
it is happening every
That
year. They
pawn is
reintroduce
fucking
it.
hanging.
So let me just play this. Every year they reintroduce this, reintroduce this law to try to get it passed. So let me play this really quick.
This is not a
Okay,
strong
this is
enough
from
threat.
2023, I believe.
Orthodox members of Prime Minister Netanyahu's coalition
Knight
have
E6.
introduced a bill that would punish believers for sharing the gospel of Jesus with prison time.
I wouldn't be surprised right now if there was a megachurch pastor somewhere in the United States that is going to try and convince their congregation that this is somehow a good thing. I feel like a large portion of the church in
I know, I can name one right now, Hagee.
So frustrated.
is more loyal to this new nation state in the Middle East called...
Yeah, so
I gotta be careful on these
it's just
important
really
news.
interesting timing that this came out exactly when the Church of the Holy Sepulchre and all these holy sites got closed down. But they actually reintroduced this bill every year. And I think I brought it up. So, forbidden to talk about Jesus. This was from 2023. And Palestine Christians say anti-missionary bill is Israel's latest attempt. Right. So this was from also 2023. Same thing.
Pawn
But
captures
then notice
H3.
that they had it back in 1997. They were trying to do it. They were literally trying to do it back in 1997.
Queen captures H3.
And interestingly, right now
Queen captures
in America,
H3 check.
countering
Pawn
hate,
captures
of course,
H3.
against
Rook
that
captures
country
F2.
by Federal Contractors Act. So remember, that lady just got kicked out of the Religious Liberty Commission for not being pro that country in the Middle East.
Knight
And now they're
captures
also
D8.
making it so you can't even do government work if this, I don't even know if this has already went through or not, but if you have that opinion.
Rook
See
captures
what I'm getting
D2.
at? So it's like you got to be all on board.
Knight captures
Or
C6.
else kind of thing. You got here also the bill's not currently active. This is the one about in
Pawn captures
Israel.
C6.
But every year, the lead sponsor here, Moshe, introduces it every year. It's a procedural formality, so they basically do it every year. They call it Knesset session. So they introduce it every year for people that they want to basically pass that law. Some people do there at least. And of course, so you got all this weird stuff going on with this prophetic where you're like, their religion's saying this is going to happen.
I can't believe I need to
It's
snap
gonna
that
be
pawn
there
off.
when the Messiah is announced. The Messiah is supposed to be announced
Rook
today.
H2 check.
But then maybe he's not even
King
alive.
G1.
So they're just pretending he's
Rook
alive.
captures
And they got like
H3.
a fake dude standing up there. I don't know. It's weird. Or maybe he's in the hospital. Who knows what's going on? And people are talking about concerns over what's going on in the Middle East. Could this lead into World War, of course, 3? A lot of people have their... You know how
Rook E4.
religion can do things like this with people, particularly if they're being misguided, right? So Professor Zhang here reports that the commanders at more 30 bases reportedly told troops that Iran war is part of God's plan, quote-unquote, Armageddon. And
Rook
one even
G3
said
check.
that Trump was anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in
King
Iran
F2.
to cause Armageddon. Really, dude? So this is like piggybacking Christian theology, Tim LaHaye left behind, onto this sort of Judean prophecy, or you know what I'm saying, that other religion's prophecy. And then you got the
Rook
Muslim
G5.
prophecies as well, which had to do with the Ayatollah, which didn't come true either, because they had certain imams saying that the Ayatollah is going to be there for the Mahdi, and he's going to bring about and usher the Mahdi. And then on the Jewish side, they're like, we're going to
H1.
usher the Messiah by taking out
Pawn
Iran. And
H5.
Iran's like, we take out them and we'll usher in the Mahdi. So they're literally saying the exact same thing from the opposite direction. The Muslim one's saying, we're going to take out this country, talking Israel, and the Mahdi's going to...
He can always give up his rook. But what I'm trying to do
take out Iran, and then the Messiah's coming.
is go like this and then like that. Bishop check and then...
King E3.
And then,
Okay,
of course,
so...
Christians, quote unquote, certain types of Christians, like Hagee type
Bishop
Christians,
G3.
Let's
are
get
saying,
this thing going
yeah,
on.
We're on the side of the Jewish one, right? And they're like, it's like Tim LaHaye left behind, sort of mixed in with this whole thing, kind of weird.
Rook A4.
Yeah, that's what's going on, my friends. At any rate, that's kind of my video. Kind of wonder what some of you guys think. Let me know in the comment
King
section
B7.
below. And thanks for watching.
Rook H3. Pawn H4. King D3. Rook d5 check. Rook d4. Rook b5. Pawn b3. Rook f5. Pawn a4. Pawn a5.
Time management is a problem of mine.
King e4.
Show him
Rook
who's
e5
boss here
check.
for a minute. He doesn't seem to understand. We could have
King
also...
f3. Rook f5 check. King g2. Rook f2 check. King g1.
Good for him.
Rook captures c2. Rook d3.
I didn't even see that tactic. I mean, I didn't have it till I moved my rook. But I had a check there on his rook there. Okay. How are we going to challenge this guy? Check. Just go here for a minute.
Rook b2.
Figure out what to do.
King f1.
King f1.
King b6. Rook h1. Rook f2 check. King g1. Rook c2. King f1. King c5. Rook g1. King b4. Rook g2. Rook c1 check. King e2. Rook c2 check. King f3. Rook c3. Rook d2. King captures b3. Rook captures c3 check. King captures c3. Rook d7. Pawn c5. Rook d5. King b4.
Sweet. That was an interesting win. Let's see what's going on here.
Knight f3. Knight c6. Knight f6. Pawn d4. Castles kingside. Rook e1. Pawn d5. Knight c3. Knight captures e4. Knight eg5. Castles
D3?
Pawn
D3 is huge, huh?
E6.
Bishop b4.
Queen f5.
Bishop b4.
Rook e1. Bishop d6.
Bishop
Rook
b4.
e1.
I like that. Bishop d6. Let's play bishop d6.
Bishop d6.
I'll play bishop b4 next time.
Queen d3.
Queen takes d3 is huge. I guess it just... That's good.
Queen captures d3.
It's a bigger problem for him than me.
Pawn captures d3.
Although, that needs defense. Oh, that's right. Okay, knight b4.
Knight b4.
Knight takes...
Knight captures d4. Knight
Trading
captures
our
d3.
weak forward pawn for his nice pawn here, giving us an edge. Like all that. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, you guys get it. Hopefully, and then all right, that's interesting, man. Let's look at that game a little bit.
Pawn captures
What happened
d3.
to that game?
Queen h5. Rook
Let's look at
h8.
the game as played.
Pawn h3. Pawn h6.
Rook e4. Blah blah blah.
King h1. Pawn h6.
He's saying plus 40, plus 50, rook e4. He's got the wrong guy moving.
King h1.
Oh, okay. Then, rook f6.
Pawn g5.
What's he got here? King g1. And what does he play instead? That's not a good move. Better is rook
King
f6.
h1.
Okay.
Pawn g5.
Takes that.
Knight
Bishop
captures
c5. Whatever. Okay, yeah, pin it. There's no check. Bishop e5. This is really good. What I play?
Pawn g4.
Something stupid. It's not
Knight captures
losing,
d4.
but it's way worse. What was I thinking about playing though? Oh yeah. Where's my guy?
Rook captures f2.
That's the worst move. So I didn't.
Knight
All
captures
right.
d4.
That's
Bishop
killer.
c5.
What does he do? c3.
Pawn c3.
Knight takes
Knight
d4.
captures d4. Pawn captures d4.
Bishop takes d4.
Bishop captures d4.
Bishop b4.
Bishop b4.
Bishop takes f2.
Bishop captures f2.
Why don't you move the queen, homie?
Bishop captures
Why not
d4.
just play... What about queen e2? Is that even queen b3? Alright, let's try queen b3
Queen
if
b3.
it likes that so much. Bishop takes f2. Bishop b4
Bishop captures
for
f2.
real. Bit rook e d1. Oh my goodness. Whoops.
Bishop b4.
Bishop takes e1. Yeah. Don't let trade down.
Bishop captures f2.
What about this?
Rook e2.
No. The queen.
Bishop captures
Blah,
f2.
blah, blah. Rook e d1. Rook e d1. Rook e d1. Okay.
Rook e d1.
Rook e d1. Rook f e8.
Rook f e8.
Alright, so there's... what do we make of all this here?
Bishop captures d4.
That was all from...
Bishop c5.
what? Okay, the bishop c5
Pawn
pin.
h6.
Let's see what happens after I
Pawn
play
h3.
here. And then he
Pawn
plays
g5.
knight c6.
Pawn g4.
And
Knight e6.
best is not what I did.
Pawn captures h3.
But it's not... so it's
Knight
tie.
e6.
Rook f3. Rook f3. Oh, that's killer. It's so sneaky. Check this out. Rook F3.
Rook
Ouch.
F3.
That's a lovely little deflection, interference kind of motif. I call that interference because it interferes with this. The whole problem was that black could defend that square. Now it's making letting him fork my rooks look really good. You know, that's freaking swell. Rook E3. Okay, Rook E3. Can we get away with sacking the rook? No. Rook D7. You gotta play Rook D7.
Rook D7.
That's so rad. Yeah, okay, I'm glad this is the best move because I wanted to see what would happen.
Rook captures F3. Pawn captures F3. Queen captures F3.
And then finally, I get my
Queen
threat
E5.
with tempo. Knight F4 blocks. That's cool.
Knight F4.
Queen takes B2. Oh, nabbing it. Nabbing it. Oops.
Queen captures
Okay,
B2.
that's pretty cool. I like that Rook F3 business. Just in case. I almost like that better than Bishop C5. Like, let him think he can fork you by playing G4 and then play Rook F3. They'll have conniption fits on that. That's great. I think I can kind of remember that. Yeah, I remember it. Okay, I remember it all. Let's do it. Let's do another one. I'm having fun. I got the chess fever, man. I got the chess bug. I got the chess coof. All right. Should we listen to something, or should I just? What we got? Find somebody that doesn't mind me listening to them. George won't mind. Let's listen to George. It's always good to have something, and it's just in the background, and then.
My family and I have learned that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump, but we couldn't imagine ourselves living any other way.
I'm having a Dr. Pepper day. Normally, I've been drinking for the last 6 months. I've been drinking
recently said that
70 ounces or 80 ounces of high C fruit punch or high C orange. With it has 6 to 8 servings of vitamin C. I'm getting 10 to 15 servings of vitamin C a day just from the high C, and a bunch of calories. High fructose calories. Those are the best kind. Best kind of energy you can get.
But I have great confidence in the federal judicial
system. But only if you're starving.
I'm innocent.
You have to just,
so let's have a trial.
Be really hungry. And then your body just devours it and uses it to replace the glucose around your protein and stuff probably. I don't have no idea. I'm not a medical expert. But I do know biochemistry, chemistry, physics. I know some molecular biology.
He colluded with Russia to win the 2016 election.
I know enough to be dangerous in any subject, pretty much. Very dangerous to myself and others.
Knight C6.
He's a walking, treasonous POS.
Bishop C4.
All right, what is our rating? 1556. So we're hanging tough in the middle of this zone. So boom, boom, boom.
On trial for facing those charges, celebrating afterwards like he won.
Pawn D4.
I don't know.
No, not at all. First of all,
is this justified?
James Comey never won that case.
Bishop
the jury
E7.
never said, hey, you're innocent. It was the judge, a leftist judge, who stepped in and said, on procedural grounds, she was going to dismiss the case.
What do I do? What do I do? I don't know, so I'll just play my knight to C3. C3, right there.
The prosecuting attorney, Lindsay Halligan, the acting U.S. attorney, was actually legally in her tenure. Her time had expired. I think it was 120 days, and it was day 150 by the time of that case. And so they dismissed the case, saying the prosecutor is not legally appointed. It was Bondi's mistake They should have been pressuring the Senate to have a
Let's put the pressure on.
appointed U.S. attorney in place.
How often do I get one of these? Not that often. Well, a couple times.
Ladies and gentlemen, because something is happening right now. There are proceedings occurring as we speak.
Should we do it?
Excited about.
Well, you know.
Comey was facing those perjury charges for lying to Congress about his involvement in the Russia hoax. But what we're talking about is the actual he is going to be dragged to court for that. Not for some, oh, BS, you lied here. No, this is serious. Here's the news.
Turning to some news that has broken since we've been on the air. Axios reporting that former director of the FBI, Jim Comey, has been subpoenaed in a wide-ranging grand conspiracy case against the ex-officials who investigated and some who would go on to prosecute Donald Trump. That's according to two sources with knowledge of that situation. The subpoena for Jim Comey was reportedly issued last week and relates to his alleged role in the drafting of a January 2017 intelligence community assessment concerning Russia's election interference that favored Donald Trump. This so-called grand conspiracy case is based in the Southern District of Florida, and it relies on the belief that officials who worked for President Barack Obama and later Joe Biden broke the law back then before they knew who would win the 2016 election to try to undermine Donald Trump from his 2016 election through his federal indictment.
See that tactic? Knight takes c4, knight takes c4, h6.
Why is she saying it like, oh,
Bishop captures f6.
Obama
with the two knights here.
Tried to frame Trump, and of course, it's true. They faked the Steele.
Give me your bishop.
They faked the data in it. It was all fake. Like, oh man, these people. So, anyways, you heard there that this is happening in Florida, and I want to tell you something very massive. Okay, the judge in the case, ladies and gentlemen, is Eileen Cannon. Judge, the honorable, the amazing, the beautiful Judge Eileen Cannon,
A4.
who, as you know,
I got some ideas here.
The presiding judge over the Jack Smith hoax.
Bishop E7.
And that ended very
Bishop
fast.
E7. I want to put somebody on there if I could.
Faithful actor to the
I
Constitution.
don't really care.
She refused to let, Merrick Garland and Jack Smith bastardize the Constitution.
Trying to get this C4
to get Trump
on A6.
And now she is overseeing this. It's awesome, man. Wow. I love it. And this is happening in Florida. So you're not going to have a jury pool full of like latte drinking
Can't go there.
weird liberals. No, you're going to have straight conservatives in Florida, South Florida, where Trump's from. You're going to have a bunch of Cubans in there.
C3.
Papi Trump. How you do, Papi Trump? Like, you're going to have true Trump supporters. I mean, I shouldn't say it like that, but we do live in a partisan judicial system. It shouldn't be like this, The evidence should be more important than anything else. But in this day and age, it does matter that the judge and the jury pool are favorable to justice, right? So, here is Mike Davis, who helped staff
I like that.
Justice. So,
Rook lift.
The DOJ, this guy probably vetted. He runs the Article 3 project, a guy I've talked to, solid guy, and he's going to explain how big this is.
Mike, I bet your response is going to be, what took so long?
Well, we've been talking about this on your show many times, Laura, for over 3.5 years since the Mar-a-Lago raid, and it's very clear that these lawfare Democrats politicize and weaponize our law enforcement and intel agencies to take out presidential candidate Donald Trump with Crossfire Hurricane. When they failed to do that, they tried to sabotage his presidency. They rigged and stole the 2020 election, and when he declassified Crossfire Hurricane before he left office and took his copy of his presidential records, they did the Mar-a-Lago raid to cover up this conspiracy. If this conspiracy ends up being true, which I suspect it will, this is the greatest scandal
of our lifetime. Yeah, absolutely. These people got together and they committed treason. And the reason why, and I know you guys are probably asking this, what about the statute of limitations? Well, the reason why it doesn't matter in this case is because it is a conspiracy. The idea of a conspiracy is that it's still here. The crime is still being perpetrated. Whatever. I don't speak English well, okay? I haven't mastered the English language. Perpetrate. Okay,
Queen
I actually
G6.
just forgot that one word. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm not editing this out, okay? I want you guys to know this is
King
raw.
H1.
Okay, this is rare meat on this channel. But yeah, so the crime is still being perpetrated.
Bishop H4.
I shouldn't use that word anymore. The crime is still happening. Trump is still suffering damages from their activity. The lies, the reputational harm, all of it. So that's why we can still talk about this in 2026. You know, like 10 years after. And of course, they tried to cover it up with the actions they took during the Biden regime. Now, James Comey got charged last year for lying to Congress. Here's that moment, and then I'll explain to you overall just where this is headed, where I think it's headed.
Cool, I like that.
On May 3rd, 2017, in this committee, Chairman Grassley asked you point blank, quote,
I got to keep this on here because of this situation right here, which would I'd have to put my queen here.
Never.
Bishop G3.
Okay, I kind of like that.
Quote, have you ever authorized someone else at the FBI to be
Kinda
an
like
anonymous
that.
source in news reports about the Trump investigation or the Clinton administration? You responded again under oath, no. Now, as you know, Mr. McCabe, who works for you, has publicly and repeatedly stated that he leaked information to the Wall Street Journal, you were directly aware of it, and that you directly authorized it. Now,
Queen H5.
what Mr. McCabe is saying and what you testified to this committee cannot both be true. One or the other is false. Who's telling the truth?
I can only speak to my testimony. I stand by what the testimony you summarized that I gave in May of 2017.
Bishop captures H3.
And that's the testimony that
Pawn
he
captures
got
H3.
charged for and was headed to
Queen
jail
captures
over
H3 check.
until that
King
procedural
G1.
error from Pam Bondi. But look, this is the big meat right here, okay? That was the appetizer. That was just like testing the waters, you know, making him spend some money on lawyers.
Got problems.
This is the big stuff, you know. This is the red carpet.
Queen
This is the
G2.
blockbuster film. The real investigation, the real work was always going to be about the
Queen
Russia
H4.
hoax and his actual involvement in it, not just his lying to Congress about his involvement. And there's a difference, right? Because the other is a massive implication. And look, James Comey, in March of 2025, last year,
Queen H1.
posted this on Instagram,
Queen G5.
8647. I had no idea what that meant before he posted that day. I didn't know what 8647 meant. It could have just been anything. It could have been like the amount of days he'd been on Earth or something. Like, I don't know.
This is terrible.
And then,
I think I'm history.
everyone discovered 8647 means 86, neutralize,
toast.
eliminate 47 being the 47th president of the United States. This guy was calling for violence, murder, actually. And then he said, oh, that's not what I was saying. I was saying something else. It was a meme. I didn't know. This is the kind of person he is. And I think this kind of stuff is going to show up in the courtroom.
Knight F2.
It will. And a jury will look at it and go, okay, that's messed up. You can't say that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the update. We need James Comey in jail. Pam Bondi, get to work. And please, don't have a
That's crazy.
who is not duly appointed.
Rook G6.
Okay?
Rook G6.
It was the issue
So what was I gonna
with
do
Jack
for
Smith.
Rook
That's
G6?
why ultimately, the case failed. Jack Smith was not legally appointed. There is an appointments clause. The Senate advises and consents to the president's nominations.
Oh yeah.
yeah, you can appoint acting U.S. attorneys, but eventually you run out of time and you need a real one. So the pressure should have been placed on the Senate to circumvent the blue slip system and get these appointees in. You only have a coherent and efficient Department of Justice when you have U.S. attorneys across the country who are in their position and are
I get checkmated.
So
I'm in trouble.
We don't have any issues. There's no procedural messes. Just a clean execution. Get this guy in jail. The subpoena is just the first step.
I think I'm just toast.
Getting
Crap.
information. But it seems like multiple other people are involved, and that's awesome. Thank you all very much for watching. God bless and goodbye.
No, I get checkmated that way too.
Bishop H2 check.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally history. All right. Dang, it is springtime here. Brutal. Oh, I can't see it all. Where am I? That was a good cough, though. Okay, it's over. Darn it. Let's go back to the drawing board. I'm hanging tough, though. 1551. It's kind of how it goes, man. You run into some adversity, and, man, I wish I could see.
Pawn E5.
I've never been able to see well anyway, though, at all.
Pawn D6. Pawn D4. Bishop E7.
That's terrible. See, sometimes Bishop G5 is good, sometimes it is not good. Bishop D5. I was feeling that, but sometimes that is so wrong. Yeah, I like that.
D5.
Before Knight B8. What about something like this?
Knight A5.
No bueno?
Bishop D3.
Oh yeah, because we're threatening castration right there. Okay, I just want to play another. Don't I? Yeah. Screw that. I'm not going to get into that. Bishop G5 no good in that kind of situation. Boom, boom, boom. Got it. It didn't feel good. So if it doesn't feel good, it's not good. And if D5 feels good, it is good. And all right, let's play a game. Let's play more. Anything else to listen to? Better off dead. No way. Mallrats. No way. Copyright Central. Whoops. Let's go like this. This is really getting something. All right, listen to this guy. Yeah, he won't mind. He's not that. This guy's cool. I mean, most people realize that playing your channel gives you.
So I had to stop everything that I was doing just to make this
exposure
video right now because there's something pretty bizarre going on with
serious
fireballs.
Serious fireballs
all across the sky, all over the world.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
And we are now up to,
you shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Your kind of loving drives a man insane. You broke my will. Oh, what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. That's all I know. Is that even correct? Probably not. Alright, scary, creepy music. This guy James with a Y and a Z, he's pretty cool. James with a Y and a Z.
What exactly are these things if they're not meteors? Are we talking about aliens, human technology? What exactly is going on? We're talking about multiple of these things that started being seen around February 28th, and it's still ongoing. And then there's this.
People told me that they felt this wave literally go through them. At least 3 people who told me they felt this, that these waves kind of went right through their body.
So it's too many of them all at once. It started around February 28th.
All right, here we go.
See these things.
Pawn E4.
E4, E5.
Pawn E5.
Knight F3, Knight C6.
Knight
Bishop
C6.
C4.
Get this.
Bishop C4.
They're also seeing
Knight
these
F6.
Knight F6.
as if they're being controlled by
Pawn
something.
D4.
Take.
Pawn captures D4.
Take.
Castles
Take.
kingside. Knight captures E4.
Get a lot of mileage out of this
Rook E1.
opening.
Pawn D5.
So I decided to go deeper
Bishop
into this because it's
captures
possible that
D5.
these things are just
Queen
meteors,
captures
and I think
D5.
they are. But what
Knight
if they
C3.
aren't? What if there's something going
Queen
on
A5.
that suggests that
Rook
these things are
captures
something
E4
else?
check.
Alúmbrala otra vez.
Bishop E6.
Wow, miren. Oh my goodness.
Around the same time frame that this all started happening, I found out that several people were reporting bizarre sightings in the sky and also waking up with strange marks in their bodies.
I can't see a lick. I
Some
can
airports
though.
were also being shut
That's
down
the
for
funny thing
mysterious
is,
reasons.
before it was impossible. Now it's just horrible. So it's getting better, people. I can play here. Is Queen F5 the right
Some sort
move?
of glitch in the energy grid started happening a couple of days ago in Mexico.
He's
and
got
in
1,
Ohio,
2,
where
3,
one of these
4
fireballs was
piled
seen
up on
a few
that.
days later.
How is that? I got
The
one
mystery drones
defender.
also
1, 2,
seem
3,
to be
4.
back. So is this all just a coincidence, or is there something going on? Let's try to find out. Let's begin with the basic, and that would be the multiple mysterious objects that people are seeing falling from the sky. I guess it all starts with this video posted on February 28th in Maryland. This is where I believe all these sightings started happening.
What do I do in this? This situation's crazy. I got there. I got here.
Wow, I see many of them.
No, I don't. I'm pinned.
Here I'm seeing like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 8 of these objects. And again, they look like meteors, but I'm guessing that this is not normal. That these can't be meteors. So what exactly is going on?
Getting a bad
So
vibe
March
off Queen
17th,
F5
account
because of
posted,
this.
Woman captured a mysterious meteor-like object.
This square is no good for my queen.
Let's take a look at this.
Okay, if we play castle, and then let's say he takes with this one.
Oh wow.
But it's pinned to his queen. So how good can it be?
Castle's queenside.
And we have back rank potentiality, although he's got this rook on this, so yeah, we don't really end on that. So
Video, we can see this thing, whatever it is, making a
Pawn
curve
captures
upwards and then
D4.
going down. My first impression is that this could be some sort of skydiver or some sort of show, but at the same time we have
Knight
a lot of these
captures
things
D4.
happening all over the world the same week. And then you got this account.
Rook captures D4.
March 18th.
okay, I'm
posted
really thinking about this
perspective of the
because
same
we
fireball
almost.
in Dallas.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Right?
Bishop C5.
I got this backup guy here.
Wait a second, is that a plane or another one of them? Around the same week in Houston, another person
Rook
captured
captures
what looks
D8
like
check.
2 of these things falling at the same time, which in my opinion
Rook
is
captures
pretty
D8.
strange.
Queen E2.
I don't know what this is, but it's 2 of them. What the heck?
I've never seen 2 of them at the same time. Look at that.
I don't know what this is, but it's 2 of them.
Also posted on March 18th by this account, we see something similar in Australian skyline. Yeah, to me this one
Bishop
looks more like a
C4.
meteor than the previous one, but still strange how
Threatens
this is all
checkmate.
happening the same around the same week. March 17th, this account posts this: Garden Grove, California, what the hell is going on? Yeah, so this is a strange one. It actually looks like it's making a small curve. I could be wrong. What in the world is that? I mean, if that is a meteor, that is one strange meteor. March 18th, this account posts this video. What appears to be yet another fireball was spotted in the skies of Los Angeles, California. This would be the 6th meteor sighting this week.
Bishop D2.
I don't think I should tell people how I feel.
Dan, what is that? I don't know. I'm filming it.
I'm pretty sure my manager also thinks I'm like in my 30s.
Is it a rocket?
It might be a rocket. It looks very SpaceX-y to me.
It's coming here.
If it is, it's going to be wonderful.
Oh, wow. There's definitely a line there. Oh, wow.
Yeah. This is a great SpaceX viewpoint. It's SpaceX, by the way. Absolutely.
That's absolutely SpaceX?
Yeah.
I thought SpaceX was white. Oh, you're,
No, this is SpaceX.
Wait, SpaceX, or, I mean, it's from, you're saying it's from SpaceX.
This is like the best meteor I've ever fucking seen.
Are we watching a meteor right now?
I mean, I've never seen anything in the sky that looks like that.
Yeah. It's pretty.
Whoa, it's losing. Okay,
pretty strange.
Changing color now.
Yeah, it's SpaceX. It's going up, so.
Wait, when you say it's, do you mean it's Starlink? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's actually a nice observation. It's going up, so it must be SpaceX. I'm not sure if that's how it works, but it's a nice observation.
It's a rocket. Oh, that might have been a meteor, dude.
Oh my gosh, it's gone.
It just disappeared.
It was a meteor. It burned out.
It literally burned out. Yeah.
Wow.
Queen B5.
That was like maybe the best meteor.
So I'm pretty sure that, yes, in this case, it could be SpaceX, but still pretty strange how it disappears and vanishes out of nowhere. Also, March 17th, in Pennsylvania and Ohio, thousands of residents saw this and then heard a loud boom. Let's take a look at this. And this is the loud boom that people heard a few minutes after that.
Queen E1.
Wow. So whatever this thing is, it shook the entire neighborhood and lasted for a few seconds. I'm not sure if that's a meteor. And in the comments, people are saying, where was the warning? Are we sure this is a meteor? And then there's this. They can track a meteor for years, but they can't track a random one. So this is kind of bizarre, because we had 3i Atlas, now we have a bunch of these other things coming down. No one is tracking them. They didn't know this was going to happen. That's kind of weird, isn't it? But wait, it gets even crazier.
I can tell you that I talked to a number of people who were outside when this actually happened. The pressure wave. People told me that they felt
Queen
this
C1.
wave literally go through them. And this is the majority of these people, and I talked to at least 3 people who told me they felt this, that these waves kind of went right through their body.
So wait a minute. An energy wave passing through their bodies. How big was this thing?
Look at me just turret on these bishops here. Got cannons,
so
bro.
We're talking
Cannons.
about a meteor. And it measured about 6 feet in diameter and weighed about 14,000 pounds. And the pressure wave created by it, 250 tons of dynamite. Doesn't sound like a meteor, does it? Let's see what else we can find in Ohio.
This queen's the only one that can defend,
Okay, so
but
found this one 9 hours ago. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, so this is Cleveland, Ohio on Saturday night.
Okay.
no, he can't go anywhere. He can't defend it.
We just left the city of Yukon.
Oh, he can defend it.
And came across this.
Oh.
And we've traveled about 1.5 miles so
I go
far,
here.
and it's still going.
That does
until
not threaten what I think it threatens,
this
but
endpoint. Don't know what it is. Almost looks like an SOS or some kind.
Wait a minute, is this Morse code?
oh no.
Okay, so ChatGPT found no credible Morse code message in this clip. Wait a minute, so this was in Cleveland, March 14th, a few days prior to the meteor, whatever that thing was, seen in Elyria, also in Ohio. So let me get this straight. We have a 7-ton object that supposedly fell somewhere in Ohio, and then we have this energy wave that people feel passing through their bodies. And 3 days before that, we have an energy grid glitch or failure in Cleveland, just a few miles from where this object was seen. Most likely just a coincidence, but what if it isn't? What if we're not talking about meteors? What if there's something else going on and this is all just a cover-up? But this is just a theory, of course. Let's see what else we can find. Okay, so posted by this account March 18th, apparently some sort of power grid in Mexico City this week. Yeah, seems a lot like the one we just saw in Cleveland.
On B3.
Could be just a coincidence. Let's see what else we got in Mexico.
Bishop captures F2 check.
Mexico City for now. By this account, pilot makes announcement they're diverting everyone out of Denver. It's crazy. I can't believe this is happening.
It's crazy. I can't believe this is happening. I don't have much more information. I'll let you know when I get it.
I kind of missed that.
Oh, the information I do have, they are diverting everyone right now, so there are no more inbound aircraft, at least from United Airlines. They're diverting everyone out of Denver because of this crazy situation.
F3.
What crazy situation?
Update you guys. Denver Airport has no power. There's no flights coming in or out.
What?
You're stuck on the runway. So if you have a flight coming out of Denver, I would check the status. They're diverting all planes coming into Denver at this point.
Wait a second. Power failure in Denver.
Bishop H4.
I gotta move, dude.
FAA issued a brief ground stop after an incident that knocked out power for parts of the airport. That was about 9:30 this morning.
That meant no planes coming in
Queen
or out,
F1.
no trains between concourses, and huge lines for anything still operating.
So it's kind of weird. We have a lot of these power
Fudge.
glitches. With the same week, we're seeing a bunch of these objects.
I said fudge.
I mean, again, this
I'm doing better.
Possibly
Oh, look at all that red.
Washington Post
Look at all that red.
have detected unidentified
Not good.
drones flying above Fort McNair.
But we're only down 20.
Drones were spotted over
On
the
E4.
Washington base.
Knight
on a single
C6.
night in the last 10
Knight
days.
F6.
Wait a second. Past 10 days.
Pawn captures
Mystery drones
D4.
are back. The same time
Pawn
frame we got
D5.
these meteors or whatever these things
Queen
are
captures
coming down.
D5.
What else are we gonna find in the
Rook
same
captures
time frame?
E4 check.
Castles.
Captures
Gosh,
E4
a
check.
couple of Reddit parties
Ah!
are waking up with strange
Knight
marks
E2.
in their bodies.
Castles
and it's not just
queenside.
one, we got two of these.
Yeah,
And this is
D4.
basically in the same time frame we got
What?
these objects popping up and the mystery drones. And then you got this posted on March.
So that's supposed to be
10th by
bad.
Aaron.
Bishop D5. Bishop D5. That's a huge move there. I gotta know that move.
Bishop D5.
And then if he plays, what is he gonna play? What is he gonna play? Rook to where? Nowhere.
Someone says, I live in a base in South Carolina.
He
and
can't
we're
go
also
back.
Doing tests and all of the alarms.
You
and
can't go
sirens
back.
All day. Oh my gosh! So sirens went out today in Flushing. Here you at my house all
Let's
day.
say he
and
grabs
we go
this.
loud.
Knight captures
So this is
C6.
pretty
Then that's-
weird, and it
then
seems
you-
that a lot of people
Captures
agree,
C6.
and they're
What
also
about
hearing
that?
sirens,
Rook
but it
D4.
could just be some sort of test.
Bishop
These things
C5.
happen. But it's kind of weird how all these
This is
anomalies
kinda
are
what happened in the
happening
game,
at the
right?
same time. Let's see what
Rook
else we can
D4.
find.
What happened in the
3 days
game?
ago by Tom
Knight E2.
on the UFO subreddit. He says,
Castles
some of these
queenside.
orbs from a back garden. Apart
Pawn
from the
captures
I just did all that, but with my bishop on
Knight
that
captures
square.
D4.
And it's still good.
Captures D4.
Pretty good. So, wait, let's
Bishop
watch it.
C5.
So
Knight
he
captures
takes.
D4.
I play
Knight E2.
takes,
Pawn captures
which
D4.
affects a little bit.
Knight captures D4.
He takes the wrong way.
Rook captures D4.
Knight takes D4 is better. So
Knight
here,
captures D4.
what? Bishop
Pawn
D5
captures D4.
is just huge.
Look at that.
Bishop D5.
So he captures the
captures
wrong
D4.
way,
It's gone.
Rook captures
which gives me
D4.
bishop
Southeast
C5.
England and
Bishop
Which gives
C5.
me. He takes. That's
captures D8.
That's not great.
Rook captures D8.
Bishop C4 is crazy.
Bishop C4.
Oh my God!
Bishop
How do
D2.
I lose this crap? Queen takes A2. Queen takes A2. Queen takes A2. Queen. What the humper? I'm never gonna get in this position again, though.
Oh wow.
But how does Queen takes A2 work?
That's actually a clear catch.
Queen takes A2. Excuse me? What?
And then you got
Queen
something pretty
captures
similar
A2.
in Poland, but this time Friday, a day
Show
before
me.
that.
Captures A2.
Oh, because this whole time,
Bishop captures E2.
freakish. What? Oh, I get it. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Wow. It's his turn.
Found another one by Chewie 11 days ago. He says, I came out of the house and
murder.
and what I thought was a shooting star.
F3.
But then two
Bishop
more of these things joined in.
Takes out the pony. The horse. Rook takes D2. What?
Rook captures D2.
Is this just a massacre? Why don't you move your...
F3.
Why don't you...
captures E2.
You can't move.
That's a good eye, Chewie.
Because it's checkmate.
Posted by Avenzo in Germany. Take a look at this.
Wow. Well, I guess you can move. Can you really?
Bishop C3. Rook D1 check.
How's that? Okay.
Knight E1.
It's not checkmate. You're defending it. All right. Bishop D4. What? Oh.
Bishop D4.
Attack the defender.
Pawn H3.
Pop the trunk.
What world is that?
Kill the defender.
Capture C3.
Yeah, I think so. Then posted on January 28th, this family is using a laser to actually draw the attention of these supposed mystery journalists. Take a look at this.
Pawn captures C3.
Wow, miren.
Rook captures E1 check.
Oh my goodness.
King H2. Bishop C4.
Bishop, what? No.
King H2.
Why not A6? I mean, it's a half a pawn, but give me a freaking break.
Pawn E6.
Ay, qué montón.
Qué bellezada, ¿no?
Mire, forman un triángulo. Alúmbralos.
Wow.
Bishop H5.
Mira.
So, bringing it back to one of those two guys. Blah, 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 blah. I would probably go... I would go like that.
This account in Chile around the same time this all started happening.
Rook F4. Pawn F6.
How bad is that? Not that bad.
F4. Pawn F6. Pawn C4.
Yeah, that's not a plane. That's
Bishop
not an orb,
C6.
and it does not look like one of those drones. It actually looks like one of these
Rook
things that are
G4.
falling from the sky, but it's...
I like this.
Pawn G6.
Just get some stuff going on here. What about that?
Rook H4.
A5. Off to the races.
Pawn A5. Rook captures
Yeah,
H7.
so there's a lot of sightings going on all over the world. It seems that now we're mostly seeing the orbs,
Pawn
and this kind of
A4.
reminds me of Chris Bledsoe's predictions for April. I'm guessing we're still going to see a lot of crazy stuff going
Rook
on.
H8
So someone
check.
actually mapped most of these
King D7.
objects or meteors
Rook
falling
A8.
down, and it seems it begins in March 2nd,
Rook E2.
just a bit after February 28th.
Alright, so we get the
So I'm
idea.
guessing whatever's going on, it could be just
What
a
was this whole
coincidence, but
point?
it's weird how we have a
What was
sequence
this
of events
again?
that start
Pawn
February
E5.
28th. And it
Bishop
seems
C4.
as if it's still ongoing.
Pawn
I'm
D4.
guessing we're
Right,
still gonna
okay.
see more of
Knight
these
captures
fireballs
E4.
and more of these orbs.
Bishop captures
Question
D5.
is it connected? Is it a
Queen
coincidence? Are
A5.
we talking about aliens?
Bishop
Is this a
E6.
fake alien invasion
Knight
like some
E2.
believe? Or is this something
Castles
else?
queenside.
What do you think? Leave a comment, smash
Pawn
that like button,
captures
subscribe to the channel
D4.
with notifications on, and I'm
Bishop
posting more
D5.
videos and also posting
Knight
videos.
captures
Nobody's going to
C6.
give up
on the
that.
channel.
Everybody's
Also,
going to do
captures
this.
C6.
Can you do this?
Rook D4.
Yes, you can. And then you get this.
Bishop C5.
And then rook to D3.
Rook D3.
And then bishop B5.
Bishop B5.
And rook to D2. Why not?
Rook
Yikes.
D2.
And queen B6.
Queen B6.
And then A4, King H1, A4, King H1, C3. La 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 la. A4, King H1. Which we like. Let's play A4 because it's a kingside attack. It's more
Pawn
aggressive.
A4.
Bishop takes F2. Oh shit. What? Really? Huh? What about
Bishop
this?
captures
Oh,
F2 check.
Can't do it. Oh my god.
King H1. Bishop C6.
How bad is that? Pretty bad. Not terrible, but
King H1.
Bad. What? Bishop A6 is such an awesome move, huh?
A6.
Because it blockades and it keeps the suppression. Wait, what? What about take? No, that doesn't work. A5. All right.
Pawn A5.
Queen E6.
Queen E6.
Knight G5.
Knight G5.
Queen E1 plus. Check.
Queen E1 check. Queen captures E1. Bishop captures E1. Rook captures D8 check. Rook captures D8. Bishop F4. Bishop D2.
Yeah, you can't do this because just take, and you end up getting the better deal there. Doesn't even have it on the board. What are some other options? G3. All right, that's kind
Bishop
of
captures D2.
rough, but
Rook
that's the way it's
captures
got to
D2.
go. Passive rook for white.
Rook C1.
Now Bishop C4 springs to life.
Bishop C4.
Defending the pawn. Okay, blah, blah, blah. That was that kind of stuff. That's crazy. I don't know how much of that I'm going to remember, but let's do one more, and I want to listen to somebody. Let's do some more listening. Motaba reported dead. Alright, this guy's kind of alright. Time out. I need a break.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are doing a special emergency update right now because right this very moment, I kid you not, we are getting very early reports that the brand new supreme leader of Iran, Mojtaba Khomeini Jr., is now dead. In fact, let's take a look at the report. Eliminated. Mojtaba Khomeini was in a coma at Loghman Hospital, and now he is dead. Where is this information coming from? Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. A single unverified source says Mojtaba Khomeini was in a coma at Loghman Hospital and that now he is dead. A message from that source says this, and I quote, "My friend came online from Iran and said he's heard from Loghman Hospital staff, the staff at the hospital, that Mojtaba was in a coma and has now passed away today." Now, the way this message is worded, it actually doesn't make it sound like this was an airstrike or a targeted assassination. It almost comes off as Mojtaba was in a coma in this hospital, Loghman Hospital.
Okay, I'm back. Let's do one more.
Natural causes, which
here we go.
if you're in a coma. Now, here's a good question.
Let's go, people.
Folks, keep this in mind. This is technically
Get this
unconfirmed.
going
We only
on.
have one report right now, but let's start breaking this down. Where is Loghman Hospital? For the last week and a half, almost 2 weeks, we've
So
been
Matt
hearing
Morse is a news channel that's pretty good. I would like to advertise for him. What's going on here? Did I get it?
Maybe
Okay.
he got flown up across the Caspian Sea into Russia, and that he's been in Russia in a hospital in Moscow whilst comatose. Well, this report says
Pawn
something
E4.
else because, folks,
Pawn
Loghman
C5.
Hospital
Knight
is
F3.
actually in
Pawn
downtown
E6.
Tehran. Tehran
Pawn
is, of
captures
course,
D4.
in Iran.
Knight
So
captures
if this
D4.
report is to be true,
Pawn A6.
it would mean that Khomeini
Pawn
never
C4.
actually left Iran
Queen
at all.
C7.
That he has been sort of right under
Knight
our
C3.
nose, so to speak,
Pawn B6.
in the heart of Tehran, right here in a hospital. You're looking at it right there. That is what this report would mean. Now, we have a statement here from an individual named Jason Brodsky, who is the policy director at the UANI, the United Against Nuclear Iran nonprofit organization, and he had this to say: "This is hard to verify, but the director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, today
How are we doing?
told Congress
Am I
that
doing it right?
Mojtaba
Is it my
Khomeini
turn?
had been
God, I couldn't
seriously
tell.
injured.
So
We heard this from DNI Tulsi
he did
Gabbard
B6.
like
He did
10
B6.
hours ago,
Okay.
earlier this morning. So we know for a fact he'd been seriously injured. Where he has
Bishop
been,
E3.
we don't know. This report says he never even left Tehran and that
Bishop
now
B7.
he has passed away. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you something here. I can't personally help but begin
Bishop
to
E2.
notice a timeline that
Knight
is shaping,
F6.
and I want to get all the information on the table
Pawn
here, but
F3.
first, let's take a look
Bishop
at
C5.
explicitly what DNI Tulsi Gabbard had to say earlier today. She said, and I quote,
Queen
Iran's
D2.
new supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, was, quote, seriously injured very severely for one of the Israeli airstrikes, and
Knight
so the
C6.
decision-making is unclear about what's happening in the Iranian leadership. Once again, this is coming from the U.S. Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard. She says she has all the information. It's unclear what's going on in the Iranian leadership structure, but we know he was severely injured after a series of
A3.
Israeli airstrikes. Okay, well, let's talk about some other stuff that we heard today. Ladies and gentlemen, about 9 hours ago, our president, President Trump, said this. He said that this war is going to be over with pretty soon.
Rook C8.
President Donald Trump said during an Oval Office meeting with Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi earlier today that the U.S.-Iran war is, quote, going to be over with very soon. That's curious. Very soon. Well, then you also hear a statement from Benjamin Netanyahu, who today, for the first time since the outbreak of this war, held his first ever press conference where he took questions from the media. Now, as a little bit of a background, generally politicians only take press conferences when things are going well. If things are going terribly, they're not so inclined to talk to the media. Well, Benjamin Netanyahu today, he must feel in control of the situation. He actually echoed what President Trump just said earlier this morning. He said this, breaking news, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu says Israel will hold off on any further attacks on Iran's giant natural gas field at President Trump's request, adding that the war could end, quote, faster than people think. Now that's very curious because President Trump and Netanyahu on the same day are saying the same thing. President Trump said it's going to be over with pretty soon. Netanyahu today said it's going to be over faster than people think. We also heard a very curious
Knight capture
statement
C6.
here from U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. Guess what? Today,
Queen capture C6.
all of this information, I said we have a very curious timeline here, folks. He says this, U.S. Treasury Secretary Bessent says the Iranian regime will, quote, probably collapse. He said defections are happening at all levels as cracks inside of Iran's leadership begin to deepen. Here's the quote. He says, we are seeing the defections now at all levels. The regime will probably collapse within on itself. Bessent also revealed that the United States has been tracking where Iranian leaders have been moving their money abroad, and he plans to seize all of it. What's a defection? Well, a defection is when somebody in the Iranian regime, perhaps members of the leadership structure, the IRGC, they are not showing up to work. In fact, what Bessent here said, it makes it seem like not only are they not showing up to work, they are abandoning their posts.
Castles
They're saying, all right, I've seen everybody to my left, to my right, everybody's getting blown up. I don't want to get blown up. I'm out. Peace. That's what he says we're seeing. But also, not just that, they're trying to take whatever money they have left and ship it abroad so maybe they can flee the country and start a new life in Singapore or something, God knows where. Very curious development. Now, let's talk about how the Iranian regime is doing. Their capacity to continue launching ballistic missiles and drones towards all of their regional neighbors. Well, ladies and gentlemen, March 19th, the day has concluded over there in the Middle East as I record this. March 19th has been their most pathetic, least aggressive, least successful, let's say that. March 19th was the Iranian regime's least successful day so far during this conflict. They launched 25 ballistic missiles and 45 kamikaze drones, the least that they have ever fired between the two. So they are, folks, completely and totally diminished. Not only are they not able to
kind of
defend
castled into
themselves
that
from
one, didn't I?
U.S. and Israeli airstrikes, but they also can no longer really effectively project power for all of the reasons that we've been talking about here. Now, something else to take a look at.
I'm gonna
We
lose
got a
again.
new report coming out today. This is confirmed. The U.S. military has sped up the deployment of thousands of Marines and sailors to bolster American forces in the Middle East during the conflict with Iran. The Boxer Amphibious Ready Group is what it's called. Consists of the USS Boxer Amphibious Assault Ship, which functions as effectively a small aircraft carrier, along with the USS Portland, the USS Comstock amphibious landing ships. These three vessels carry between them approximately 2,500
He doesn't even care about
Marines
this pawn.
and a total of 4,000 service members. Now, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen,
about to get
we already
liquidated.
knew that right around 2,500 Marines were already en route. Well, guess what?
What do you
this
do?
is another
Nothing. Okay, good.
2,500, not to be confused with the last 2,500.
He should just play
But a
Queen
grand
E5, I'm
total
pretty
of
sure.
5,000 U.S. Marines, plus various other service members that are right this very moment
I guess I could
en
play like
route
this.
to the CENTCOM area. Okay.
But that's gonna lose to
Kind of begs the question.
this.
Why? What are we going to do? What
I
what
can't
kind of
play
job
that.
can you get done with
Is this gonna go like
5,000
this?
U.S. Marines? Well, right now,
And this,
all of the information
checkmate
suggests
me.
that we're not talking about some type of D-Day style invasion of Iran
Dude.
marching across the desert landscape.
I could have just played
Seems like there's
G3
three
and he would have
targets
had
in mind.
a.
This is what I have found out at least. The
He,
first target,
that'd
a
be
lot of you are
worse
familiar
than
with, this is the
he
Iranian
wouldn't have to
oil
take
island
the
called Karg
perpetch.
Island.
He could
90%
check me
of
and then he
Iranian
could bring
oil
his
gets
knight in
exported through
somewhere,
this one terminal.
threatening
So objective one,
to
use
come
these
in and
Marines,
club me
take
like a
the
baby
island,
seal.
Take Karg Island. That seems to be objective one. Objective two, guess what? There's another island called Quiche Island. This island has
This is
been
terrible.
a key component of the IRGC. This is a very strategic location for the IRGC. That is to say, step two, they've got an airstrip, they've got a port, they've got some people living on the island. But anyway, the IRGC has been bunkered in on this island. Take Quiche Island as well. That's objective number two. Objective number three seems to be take Keshem Island. Yet another key location. This location, you might notice, is right in the middle of the Strait of Hormuz.
He's threatening
So it
like
seems
a
like
freaking serious
this is, of course,
windmill
what
here
the hell
too.
do I know? But all
If he
of the
just goes like
information
here and then
seems to
here,
suggest that the
here,
reason why these
here,
5,000 brave U.S.
here,
Marines are en
he
route
just-
to the
Bishop
region,
D6.
one,
Sweet.
take Keshem Island in the Hormuz, two, take the IRGC holdout of Quiche Island, three, take Oil Island. It's called Karg Island. So
Knight
ladies and
captures
gentlemen, if you're
B6.
curious what's up with all the Marines, this seems to be what is up with all the Marines. And of course, you can imagine if the U.S. military has Karg, Quiche, and Keshem locked down, you've sort of
Knight H5.
almost boxed in the Iranian regime. We could very easily set up missile interception batteries on Karg, on Quiche, and on Keshem. So anytime the Iranian regime does in the future, if they can, try to launch missiles, we could be intercepting Iranian missiles and rockets and drones from their own territory on these islands. So perhaps a great strategic objective here that is kind of on the playfield right now. We got another very curious statement from U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent.
Knight
He said
captures
this:
C8.
China was the leading sponsor of global terrorism in buying oil from Iran.
Queen captures C8.
And you folks know that
Queen
This guy just fell apart.
you know this here in this community. We talk
Yes!
about China a lot. We talk about China
Points.
here more than perhaps any other community on the internet.
That was a
Anywhere
little
in the
stressful.
world. I'm a little bit of a China hawk, you could say that. Is it true that China has been sponsoring terrorism around the world by buying oil from Iran? Well, yeah, of course. We've been saying here that Iran is effectively a proxy force of
Pawn E4.
China. Everybody knows about
Pawn
the
E6.
Iranian proxy forces, Hamas,
Pawn captures
Hezbollah,
D4.
the Houthi pirates.
It's good here.
Well,
So the Morozi bind is
is it
good
possible
here.
that Iran is a proxy
C4.
force in and of itself
It's up there.
of the CCP, the
I
Chinese
like it.
Communist regime?
Pawn
It's
C4.
different.
Well, of course. Listen,
Queen
Iran
C7.
It's good to
can't get
be a little
anything
familiar with
done
it here.
C3.
without money. It needs
Pawn
money to do
B6.
everything to make missiles and bombs
Bishop
and drones
E3.
and pay all
Bishop
of its
B7.
IRGC
Bishop E2.
thugs. You got to have
Knight
money to do
F6.
that to keep the Iranian
Pawn
regime
F3.
going. Where is Iran getting
Okay,
all of
that's
its
okay.
money?
C5.
From China, who has been purchasing
What
black
do we got?
market,
Queen D2?
undervalued,
Queen D2.
sanctioned oil.
Knight C6.
That's where Iran has
What do
been
we got
getting
here?
its money.
Castle,
That's where
queenside,
China's
knight
been getting its oil
C6, knight takes
from the
C6,
Iranian
rook
regime.
D1.
China has been propping up Iran.
Castle,
I mean, China,
queenside.
by the way, has played a
Holy
fundamental
mother of
role
God.
in helping Iran with its ballistic missile program. They
Castle,
practically taught these
queenside.
guys how to make ballistic missiles. So yes, if the
That's
allocation
ballsy.
from U.S. Treasury
I
Secretary
mean,
Scott
it's
Bessent is
actually,
that China
that's
was
okay.
the leading sponsor of global
Castle,
terrorism
queenside. Holy
because they've
crap.
been
Yeah,
buying
that's
oil
okay.
from Iran. You know what?
Well,
I think
okay.
he's right. But
Where's
I've got
my
some
mouse?
good news for
Okay,
you.
well, let's say I castle
Castle
queenside.
Just came through the pipeline.
What about this?
After everything that has
Knight
gone on in
E5.
the last couple months, Trump took down Maduro in Venezuela. He pushed China out of
H4.
the Panama Canal. We solidified our stronghold in Greenland. And now, whatever's happening in Iran, guess what? China seems to have canceled their invasion of Taiwan because of all
Castles
of this
queenside.
global pressure
Knight
Trump has been
C6.
putting on them. Reported by the Wall Street Journal, China
Pawn
is
A3.
no longer planning
Knight
to
C6.
invade Taiwan in
Castles
2027.
Rook
And
C8.
now they would rather prefer to take control of the island, Taiwan.
King
without
B1.
resorting to
King
force.
B1.
China
That's
is now,
gnarly.
I kid you not, pursuing a path of diplomacy with Taiwan. China realized they're not going to get away with using the stick. They're not going to be able to beat Taiwan into submission. Why?
Knight E5.
Because Trump and the United States, we are not going to let them do that.
Knight A4.
Trump has been picking them apart across the globe, and thank God he has been. So now China says, well, if
Knight
we can't
A4.
get away with using the stick to beat them into submission,
Bishop
we're going to try
captures
to break out the
D4.
carrot. So here's what I guarantee over the next couple weeks or months, we're going to see China trying to sweet talk Taiwan. Come on, Taiwan, we love
Knight
you. You're one
captures
of us. We
C4.
can give you economic benefits if you agree to join us. Da, 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 da. You know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to try
Bishop
to sweet talk
captures
them because
C4.
they can't beat them into
Queen
submission.
captures C4.
Trump is not going to let it happen. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Forkarama.
I tell
Captures
you,
B6.
Cool.
the conflict in Iran.
That's a pretty long tactic
might,
there.
In a way,
That's what I didn't
actually
see.
be winding down. It seems like the regime
Did not see
is
knight A4, knight
crumbling
B6.
right now. They
Boom,
are
boom,
defecting.
boom. All right, I'm going to
It's
take a
totally
break,
falling apart. They can
and I'll
barely
be back
launch
for some
missiles,
more
rockets,
chess
or
soon.
drones anymore. The new supreme
Until
leader, the
next
big
time,
report of the day, he might be dead.
adieu.
We're going to wait for more.